Alright, good morning everybody.
Good morning.
Glad to see
Good
so
morning, Commander.
many people came out for the FC and Bomber Training School. Alright, let's get this started. First off, if you haven't already, welcome to Bomber's Bar. Let's see. Yep, so welcome to Bomber's Bar. I'm Christopher Milata. I am the self-proclaimed senior junior fleet commander, simply because it used to be the running joke that when you were promoted to FC, you officially retired. And I wasn't ready to retire, so I never made the move up. I've been with Bomber's Bar 6 months, possibly 7 now. I started right when Irish started, who's now a senior FC. And today we're going to be learning a little bit about bombers themselves, as well as running a fleet here with Bomber's Bar. Okay, so the first part of today's school is going to be the audio lecture. I'm going to cover a couple different key points. And then after that, we will fly to a location and we will practice this said material. That will include doing a bomb run. We will be doing a bomb run. So for those of you who haven't launched bombs, you'll certainly get a chance. And also, if at any point during the lecture you have a question, please feel free to stop me and ask, and I will answer it to the best of my ability. Alright, so bombers themselves are what are known as a glass cannon. You have a very small amount of EHP, but you have an ridiculously unproportional amount of DPS. Bombers are very good while engaging large targets such as battleships and capital ships, but they do not do so well against things such as frigates and shuttles because of their much smaller signature radius, and we'll get more into that in a moment. The key point of a bomber is its ability to warp cloaked and target an enemy without a cloaking delay. This means that you're able to get next to somebody, get within weapons range, get within point or scram range in some cases, depending on the type of bomber fit that you're using. And then you can point the target, and you can go in with torps for the kill. Traditionally, a bomber can be used in solo PvP. I myself have done it a few times, going out and just hunting battleships down in Provi Block. Paradigm here also knows how to do it, as he is never afraid to show any one of his numerous barge kills with it, including the faction in Dead Space fitted hulks. But bombers also work very well in Wolfpack groups, which is a group of 2 to more bombers, sometimes with recons, that will go in and in a group kill a target so that it dies much faster than it would solo. Alright, so this begins with how you should fit your bomber. Well, here in Bomber's Bar, we always use the MSE, or the medium shield extender. This is because rather than the small shield extender, which gives you virtually no boost to your shields and instead just blooms your signature radius, the medium shield extender, while it does bloom your signature radius slightly, also gives you enough HP to survive some attacks. Any one of the pilots who've flown with Bomber's Bar for a while can tell you how many times the MSE has saved their life. House, one of our other FCs, has been flying with us for a while, and he'll be the first to tell you how many times it saved his life as well. Because there was a time where he flew without them and lost a bomber every time. Then, once you have the medium shield extender fit, it's a matter of your prop mod. The prop mod is critical to the survival of your bomber. If you're not moving, you're dead. Your signature radius, though it is small, any non-moving target will be hit for almost full damage. So once you've got all that, it's just a matter of the weapons that you're going out with. Well, the bomber has the unique ability to fit the bomb launcher, and it gets a unique bonus based on the race of the bomber's faction to which type of bomb it can use most effectively. For example, I fly the Manicore, I use concussion bombs whenever I'm soloing, but if I'm here in Bomber's Bar and how we're running the Electron fleet today, I would have an Electron bomb loaded. 2 of them, actually. Then you have the choice of your torpedoes. Bomber's Bar highly recommends using the Meta 4 Arbalest torpedoes. They have a good capacity, good fire rate, good damage ratio, and they're not too fitting intensive. However, if you're one of the people that is trained up into torpedoes too, just like I have, you can fit the Tech 2 torpedoes and choose to use the Javelin or the Rage torpedoes. Upsides of using the Tech 2 are the Javelin certainly have a much better range than the standard faction torps that we use here, but they don't hit targets for as much damage as they could. The Rage torps are, on the other hand, very high damage but shorter range, and the Rage torps are virtually useless if we start brawling with the frigate fleet like we do some nights. Every now and again we'll have the recons that we need and enough bombers that we can take a gate back if a small blob of frigates or cruisers shows up. But those of you that are using Rage torpedoes in that situation, you're not doing your maximum amount of damage. I highly recommend using Rage torps during hot drop fleets where we tend to drop on things such as battleships, T3s, and capital ships. They will hit capitals for almost full damage every time, and are very effective against battleships and T3s. Any questions so far? Okay. Alright, so once you have your bomber and you're sitting in your station, what comes next? Well, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to get a fleet up with Bomber's Bar, what you have to do is simply ping an FC if you don't have the privileges yourself, and we will set up the MOTD telling people there is a fleet up and who's FC, and we can help you to set up the fleet MOTD to get people where you want to go. Every now and again, non-FCs do run fleets. A couple of the ones who didn't even have Bomber's Bar tags ran a fleet, I remember, not long after I was promoted to JFC. And he was a JFC within that week as well. But setting up a fleet isn't just about the message, you also have to understand your squad placement and the ship types. Traditional Bomber's Bar fleet, we attempt to get at least 1 Rapier, 1 Falcon, and 1 Arazu, and a dozen bombers to suit. That's a typical Bomber's Bar fleet, and usually when you look at any fleet, you can boil it down to just about that number. Occasionally we get lucky, we have a lot of recons, like 4 Falcons, 2 Rapiers, 2 Arazus. You don't see the Pilgrim too often, except during hot drop fleets, as it's really not that great for gate camp fleets. By the time everything dies very quickly during gate camp fleets, so the Pilgrim really doesn't get a chance to apply its bonuses. Alright, so after you have the fleet up, and you've got people in it, you gotta be able to tell them where to go. Well, you have to be able to know what system is active, so I want everybody to open up their map browser and go to Star Map, Statistics, Jumps in the Last Hour. Looking at this allows you to tell where anywhere in the galaxy how many people are passing through the area in given the last hour or the last 24 hours. This is how you would identify a system that could potentially be busy for a gate camp fleet. Here, let's take a look at HED GP real quick. So I type in HED, And there it is, right down towards the bottom, show on map.